I wanted to introduce our speaker this morning. Jordan Eister is a friend of mine who works with me in campus ministry. He actually is one of the staff at Gettysburg College. He and his wife Amanda were both involved in the ministry of students at Kutztown University. And they moved to the area. They moved to Hanover in late spring of last year. And they've been attending our church. Jordan is an ordained minister in the Bible Fellowship Church. Drew and I are trying to talk him in to transitioning that into the PCA. So we got to work on that whole common baptism. Jordan's a great guy. His nickname is the Neon Man. But he has two beautiful kids, Zoe and Samuel. And as we're going up, and let me pray for this. God, thanks so much for Jordan, for his friendship. Thanks for the good work you're doing in his life. Thanks for the opportunity he has to bring your words.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here. I'm going to hear the Neon Dad story, and I will say that I'll have to get it later. Turn your Bibles and turn on your Bibles to Malachi, chapter 3 and 4. We'll be there today. My wife and I, like Dave said, moved here in April. I still feel new to the area. I'm really dyslexic when it comes to direction. I have a poor sense of direction. So if you see a little Honda just doing donuts in the field somewhere, he's probably lost and copying me. So GPS was made for me. My wife has memorized the area already. It's hard to feel at home. Worshiping with you, I started to feel at home. That's great to be here at Hanover. How was your Christmas week? How did it go? This is kind of a text that's right before Christmas in the Bible. The Christmas story happens. Matthew 1, Malachi 3 and 4, the chapters right before them. It's pretty cool the Christmas story. I want to ask how your week went. How are the conversations you had? The text this morning is a lot about the conversations you had. Our hearts are revealed with the things that we say. Out of the heart, the mouth speaks, Jesus would say. And my wife and I, we travel a lot on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the day after. We have family kind of spread throughout the state. We don't have any family here by here. So really in the car, between places, we can get to converse about how it went and things went well, things that didn't maybe. I want to ask how your Christmas was and how are the conversations you have with your heart revealed at all, like the things you talked about this week. This is a text that has a lot to do with the haves and the have-nots, and people that talk about the haves and the have-nots, right? Christmas, sometimes we reveal these categories, the haves and the have-nots. Who has the truck and who doesn't? That's a huge conversation in our house. Who has the truck right now and who doesn't? Sam has it. Zoe needs to wait till he's done. Zoe has a truck and Sam needs to wait till she's done. As an adult, we do this too, right? That has and that has not. Who has it and who doesn't? Or who has family and who doesn't? Maybe who has the Lord and who doesn't? That has and that has not. Our text is about that. The main point of our text this morning is that sin's affections are always put into words. A heart change is desperately needed for the praise of the Lord and the conversion of the wicked. And Jesus changes hearts. Would you read with me in Malachi 3, starting at verse 15, and continuing to chapter 4, verse 3. And I'll be reading from the ESV because that's the version that Jesus used. Malachi 3:13. Your words have been hard against me, said the Lord. But you say, how have we spoken against you? You have said it is vain to serve God. What is the profit of keeping his charge or walking as in mourning before the Lord of hosts? And now we call the arrogant blessed. Evildoers not only prosper, but they put God to the test and escape. Then those who feared the Lord spoke with one another. The Lord paid attention and heard them. And a book of remembrance was written before him of those who fear the Lord and esteem his name. They shall be mine, says the Lord of hosts, in the day when I make up my treasured possession. And I will spare them as a man spares his own son who serves him. Then once more you shall see the distinction between the righteous and the wicked, between one who serves God and one who does not serve him. For behold, a day is coming, burning like an oven, and all the arrogant and evildoers will be settled. The day that is coming shall set them ablaze, says the Lord of hosts, so that it will leave them neither root or branch. But for you who fear my name, the Son of Righteousness shall rise with healing in its wings, and you shall go out leaping like calves from the stall. You shall tread down the wicked, for they will be ashes of the soles of your feet on the day when I act, says the Lord of hosts. How does God categorize the word? You see it in the first verse there, verse 13. How does God categorize the word? How does he describe what they're saying? He says your words have been what? Hard against me. Your words have been hard against me. Look at their words. It is vain to serve God. What profit is it to keep the charge of the Lord, to walk in mourning before him? Are you talking to God when they're saying that? Look at close. They're talking to God, or they're talking about God to one another. They're not saying God is vain to serve you. They're just talking to one another. It's vain to serve the Lord. These are conversations the Lord is overhearing in the city of Jerusalem. This is during the time of Nehemiah and Ezra, the rebuilding of the temple wall. And in society, the Lord is bending his ear. He's listening in on these conversations they're having one to another. And what they're saying is harsh, it's brutal. Their words are hard against the Lord. They're saying it is completely empty and vain and pointless to serve the Lord. If serving the Lord is a job where there is no benefits package offered, no benefits, no wages at all, it's completely empty and vain and pointless to serve God. And to add insult to injury, what else do they say? They look around society and say, what's worse is that blessings don't go to those that serve the Lord, they go to the arrogant. Prosperity and the benefits, they don't go to God's people, they go to evildoers. And the wicked test God and they get away with it. They look around and there's just a murky indistinction, and the question arises, who does God really love? And of what benefit is it to do things God's way when all prosperity and blessing go to those that hate God? The two questions could boil down to this. They're really asking this. Number one, will obeying God pay off? And number two, will God make the wicked pay? Will obeying God pay off? And will God make the wicked pay? Both those questions are brutal and they're hard against the Lord because it's an attack on his beliefs. They're really asking, is God going to do good for me? And is God going to be fair to that? Have you ever asked those questions? Is God going to do me? Is God going to be fair to that? And look around, there's again a murky indistinction. Who does God really love? And of what benefit is it to serve the Lord? The conversations you might be overhearing in the city of Jerusalem might be this. Honey, I know that I've been working hard and faithful to my job, but I just got laid off. Meanwhile, my arrogant, evildoer coworker who neglects his family, a workaholic, who cares less about things the Lord, he is not approved. Or maybe conversations overhearing in Jerusalem is our neighbors unmarried, living together, have no consideration at all for what God's values are for marriage. They seem to have a happy, pain-free relationship. Meanwhile, my wife and I, the marriage is just hard. Relationships are broken. It is vain to serve the Lord. Or maybe the conversation you're overhearing in the Jordan River Valley is our atheist friends who mock God and even have a blog. It's called mockingGod.com. Our atheist friends, they have healthy, successful, beautiful children. But my wife and I are on our third miscarriage. Of what benefit is it to serve the Lord? The blessings of prosperity, they go to the wicked. They're noticing, as they look around, that the wicked receive what the desire of their own hearts are. Meanwhile, they're empty. And they speak these conversations one to another. All people cannot help but speak about what they love. And complaints are just the opposite side of that coin. Because we're human beings, we articulate our joy when it is gained and when it is lost. We have something that captivates our heart, and we cannot help but put it into words. Question for you: what do you talk about? What were your conversations even this past week? And I don't necessarily just mean the times you're expressing joy and the times that you're expressing complaint. I mean anything. What subjects do you talk about? What subjects do you steer away from? When you change the subject, what do you change it to? Out of your heart, your mouth speaks about the things that you love and the things that you love and you don't receive. C.S. Lewis says this about this phenomenon that we humans have about the desire that we cannot help but speak about what we love. He says this: it is frustrating to have discovered a new author and not to be able to tell anyone how good it is. Or to come suddenly at the turn of a road upon some mountain valley of unexpected grandeur. And to have to keep silent because the people you're with care for it no more than a tin can in the ditch. When you hear a good joke and find no one to share it with. We like to praise what we enjoy, because the praise not merely expresses, but completes the enjoyment. It is its appointed consummation. It is not out of compliment that lovers keep on telling one another how beautiful they are. But delight is incomplete until it is expressed. Our hearts are captivated with the things we enjoy, and so we talk about them. And when we don't receive those blessings, those prosperity, the things that our hearts love, we also talk about it to one another. That's what's going on in the city of Jerusalem. And so God gives actually a very clarifying answer to the people about these questions. Will obeying God pay off? And we make the wicked pay. God leans in and he answers those questions. And he gives clarifying answers about the haves and the have-nots. Look with me verses 16, 17, and 18. This is God's answer. Then those who feared the Lord spoke with one another. The Lord paid attention and heard them. And a book of remembrance was written before him of those who feared the Lord and esteemed his name. They shall be mine, to the Lord of hosts. In the day when I make them my treasured possession, I will spare them as a man spares his own son who serves him. Then once more you shall see the distinction between the righteous and the wicked, between one who serves God and one who does not serve. Compare and contrast with me. Look at the text we just read. How is it the same? How is it different than the passage previous? How is this same or different than verses 13 through 15? Well, we compare it, it's the same. Both groups, and moving on, second group, also the first group is speaking about what they love. They're speaking one to the other about what's in their heart. What's different here is that the Lord paid attention. The Lord overhears these conversations, leans down, pretend as either he didn't practice on, he pays attention to these conversations. The first group's complaints seem to spiral into a frenzy, while the second group's words are organized even into a book remembrance before the Lord of his great majesty, his great worth, and those that esteem. Look at the words in 16:18. What words indicate? What words there indicate what the heart is doing? You have to see what words in that section indicate the workings of the heart. The word fear is mentioned twice. Fear is not for the hands. Fear is not something the mouth does. Fear is something the heart does. The little word there sticks out even more as a word of the heart. It's the end of verse 16. Those that esteem his name. Esteem is not for the hands or the mouth. Esteem is for the heart does. I would argue, look, your heart is esteemed. It gets the praise in your mouth. You will talk about what you esteem. Both groups have high esteem for something, don't they? The first group's esteem is for posterity, blessing, a big family, a big house, all the things they love. That's what their esteem is for. The second group, esteem. God's clarifying answer is this to the question of will obeying God pay off? His answer is this: God is a benefit to those who see God himself as their benefit. God is a benefit to those who see God himself as their benefit. Well, the first group would come and say, God, where's our prosperity? The second group comes and says, Lord, you are our prosperity. Whom have I had? The second group would come and say, Lord, you are our blessing. Well, the first group is complaining, God, where's our blessing? God is a benefit to those who see God himself as their benefit. Psalm 37:4. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he'll give you the desire of your heart. Our first verse reading of that might be, delight myself in the Lord, and then he'll give me all of the things that I want. Okay, right? He'll give you the desires of my heart. Within that verse itself, why is that not? Because if you delight yourself in the Lord, then what's the desire of your heart? The Lord. Do you come to God for God's stuff, or do you come to God for more and more? The second group has high esteem for the Lord, and so it affects their conversation among each other. A phrase we might hear is even a song we say days that are both and count your blessings, name them one by one. That is a good practice, to count your blessings the Lord has given you, and to name them one by one. As sin creeps into our hearts, no one will do our blessings list that we accounted for and name them one by one. The parents should the person's blessing list is six beside us. And all of a sudden, we're just comparing our list of blessings that we name one by one. You know what the second group does? They count their blessings and they name them, and there's just one. There's one name on the blessing list. You know what it is? The word of sin. Look at verse 17. You see what's going on in 17. What's happening in 17? In verse 17, it quotes for you. It isn't mine. It says, they shall be mine, says the Lord. You know what's going on in 17? God is doing now what those groups have been doing so far. He's speaking about what he loves. God himself has that captivation in his heart, and he cannot help but speak back. That's actually your whole Bible is. But here, in verse 17, God's heart is captivated with his people, and so it comes out of his mouth. He's wired just like you and I. Not because we made God, but because God made us like him. So he's speaking about what he loves. What does God love, verse 17? His treasured possession of his people. He says he will spare them, like a father would spare a son. Some of you have decades now of what it is to have a father-son relationship, who is to love your son as a father. I only have a year and a half, a small sample size. I'm starting to get what this thing is to love the son like the father loves him. There's been a lot of sparing that's happened in this first year and a half. It's treacherous to be a father of a 1.5 years. A lot of sparing and rescuing, protecting, sleeping has happened. As Sam began to walk this summer, it looked crazy. He had his arms up here. He didn't do his arms. He started to walk. And slowly, as he began to practice walking and come down, it started to look normal. But in the first couple of months of him walking, I had to spare him all the time. Basically, where we left open, there's a whole flight of stairs he could fall down. He's walking over to it. He's excited. There's a whole flight of stairs to fall down. So I could run over and spare him. Right here, and after that, whole floor of chokables. He could choke on. So I had to get them all out. I had to spare him. And at night, I'm burning firewood in my nice fire pit in my yard. And I love burning wood in my yard. There's Samuel walking over to get the fire up. I have to spare him. As a father would spare his son, there's no hesitation. In fact, I can't hesitate if he's burned or he's in your brain. You can't hesitate to spare your son. As the Lord listens to these conversations they're having in Jerusalem, they're clamoring and complaining about things they don't have. He looks down at them and says, I love you a lot. Like a father would spare his son, so I would hold for you the things that are a danger to your soul. And as you complain and clamor about the treasure that you wish you had and you don't, meanwhile, I sing over you, my people. You are my treasure. I love you like that. Friend, is your soul ever distracted with the things that someone else has and you don't, and your words are hard against them, even if you're not spoken to them and spoken about them? Do you realize how much he treasures you, like a father would treasure his son? He's withholding from you what's dangerous for your soul. This first group didn't have an ingratitude problem, it had an idolatry problem. And the Lord loves you too much to be a dispenser of your gifts. God is the greatest prize that we have, and we praise what we prize. Whenever the prize in your heart is, it gets your praise. Daily, it does. And when the Lord is our prize, all of a sudden what we say changes. This text is about the haves and the have-nots. The first group would say the haves are those that have everything, those that have nice homes, that have nice things, those that have blessing and prosperity. And the have-nots are those that don't. But the second group, with a great esteem and their full of the goodness of God, would say the haves are those that have the Lord, and the have-nots are those that don't. And as you look over you in the city of heaven, what would you say are the haves and the have-nots? Is your heart floored with the majesty of God? You realize the haves are those that have the Lord, and the have-nots are those that don't. Does it compel you in humility for the lost and the wicked that they might be one of the haves that have the Lord? The application then for us is not for the hands. Serve God. That's not the primary application. The application is not for the mouth. Speak praise. That's not the primary application. The primary application, friends, is for the heart. The application is to esteem the Lord above all else. And when we do, your hands will work. Your mouth will speak differently when our heart esteems the Lord. Come desperate to the Lord for heart change. Another author says this about the relationship between heart transformation, heart change, and what we esteem. He says this: we are transformed into Christ's image by steadfast seeing and savoring of the glory of Christ. This is the work of the Spirit, to shine the light of truth on the glory of Christ, so that we see what it really is, namely, infinitely precious. The work of the Holy Spirit in changing us is not to work directly on our bad habits, but to make us admire Jesus so much that our sinful habits feel foreign and distasteful. The dynamics of personal transformation assume that we are changed into what we admire and fix our attention on. Beholding the glory of the Lord, we are being transformed into the same image. We know this to be true from experience. Long looking with admiration produces change. From your heroes, you pick up mannerisms and phrases and tones of voice and facial expressions and habits and demeanors and convictions and beliefs. The more admirable the hero is, the more intense your admiration is, the more profound will be your transformation. In the case of Jesus, he is infinitely admirable, and our admiration rises to the most absolute worship. Therefore, we need to behold him as we should. The change is profound. You want your conversations to change? Fix your gaze on the glory of Jesus, and all else will look dim. And the words of praise we give about him will sound so different. He ends the passage here, the first three verses of chapter 4, talking about a sunrise. There's a coming sunrise. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, what does your lawn look like when there's too much sun? It's burnt and brown. What would your garden look like if there was no sun? We'll see it. Nothing would exist. What would you look like when there's too much sun, right? Not enough sunscreen. What would you look like if there was no sun? Is the sunrise a good thing or a bad thing? Look at verses 1 through 3 with me. It says this: for behold, a day is coming, burning like an oven, for all the arrogant evildoers will be stubble, and that day is coming and shall set them ablaze, as the Lord of hosts, so that it will leave them neither root or branch. But for you who fear my name, the Son of Righteousness shall ride with healing in his wings. You will go out leaping like calves from the stall. You shall tread down the wicked. They'll be ashen with the soles of your feet. On the day when I act, says the Lord. Why is the sun a great analogy for the coming of the Lord? It's because the sun brings both life and it brings death. It brings healing and growth, and it also burns and makes. These are God's actually his answers to those two questions. Is God going to be good for me? Is he going to be fair to them? This is his answer, a sunrise. Notice the contrast of the arrogant and evildoer and the wicked from the beginning, contrasted to now. Beginning, the arrogant are blessed, but not any longer, now they're burned. The evildoers who are prospering, but no longer, now they're on fire, they're set ablaze. And the wicked are not escaping, now they're ash. This is a sobering text. Any sort of smug smirk of finally the wicked are getting their justice, we can discard that. This is a sobering text. Hanover faces a glorious sunrise. And depending on the posture of our heart, how much we prize this Lord, we esteem and we prize of our heart, or are we discarding the Lord? Hanover faces a sunrise. If look at the imagery for the righteous, Buddha says, those that esteem the Lord, fear the Lord, it gives the imagery of healing rays as the sun rises, it gives rays that heal our hearts of idolatry and sickness, of comparison and complaint. It also gives the imagery of a leaping calf. I'm not a farmer, maybe some of you are. I probably never will be a farmer. But it gives the image of a leaping calf. And the image is this: it's bursting forth from the stall, meaning all night. The calf has been in just a deep, deep darkness. It can hardly hear the crickets. It can't see its hoof in front of its face. It's in the pen. It's dark, but the calf knows at some point it will look to the horizon, and the horizon what? It goes from black to that dark blue, all of a sudden kind of orange, and soon the sun will crack the horizon, and when it does, the calf knows the farmer will go into the stall, and it will open the latch. When that happens, the calf can finally see it is here. It can spring out into the pastures, run and jump, uninhibited. That's the image. My daughter, Christmas morning, we've been telling her as Christmas is coming, that finally at night, we'll say, when you wake up in the morning, it'll be Christmas. Now, it's hard for her to tell the time on the clock. Yeah. But what she knows when the morning is here is that the cracks through her window, she can see that. She runs over to me and says, Daddy, the sun's up. The day is here, right? It's Christmas. This calf knows the day is here. And what does the day offer? Finally, an end to darkness. Finally, an end to the murky indecision. Finally, the space and the time and the light to have uninhibited joy. It can run and dance. Friends, that's what we look forward to as the sunrise comes. Our cries arise when we have the space and time for our joy to have no constraint. The soberness of the text is actually, these things are happening simultaneously. It says that the wicked will be treaded down like ash. Why are they being treaded or trampled down? Actually, the dancing of the calf is what's trampling them down. Our joy will simultaneously come, the demise of the wicked, and as ash under their feet. This, you should totally discard any sort of smug pride that looks forward to this day and says, yes, finally. The wicked have what's coming to them. Multiple reasons why that should not be the posture of our heart. Number one, we're also the wicked. We've been saved by grace and no longer knows. If it weren't for the Lord intervening, interrupting our lives with grace, we too look forward to the day as ash. Secondly, the good news of the gospel gives us eager humility and compels us on mission. People switch categories. Being the wicked, they'll have to look forward to this day with dread. They can meet the Lord of hosts, who is the prize of the universe. Their hearts can be changed. They can have their sins forgiven, and resurrection can count for them. But with healing rays, the Lord can heal their hearts too. Friends, we've been called to that mission. And so don't look at the leaping calf and say, wow, look how ashy and dirty the feet are and trampled down. Rather say to the apostle Paul, how beautiful are the feet of those that bring good news. Your coworkers, your family, your neighbors, we all face a sunrise. Are you compelled to mission to speak up about the goodness of God so that the wicked might hear it in their ears and the Spirit might take it into their heart? They might be regenerated, renewed, brought to faith in Christ. They too might look forward to this day with joy. Since Jesus has accomplished forgiveness of idolatry at the cross, and since he achieved the hope of a heart change by his resurrection, the mission he's given us to make disciples will succeed. Beg the Holy Spirit for heart change. As your heart is changing, speak up about the new love you have for the Lord. To the ears of those that are in deep darkness, the conversion of the wicked depends on faith that comes from hearing the word of the Lord, the word of Christ. And how they hear unless we are sent to speak up about the one we love, namely a love for Jesus. For now, discard the smile of justice and have your hands and your mouth ready to serve the Lord and speak to the Lord at the heart that's changed. Jesus makes most sense to a passage like this. You see the shadows of the gospel here, pointing to Christ. Jesus is our Son unspared, yet risen with a healing grace. The Father and the Son imagery in the passage points us forward to the greater Father and the greater Son. And the Son is the one and only prize of the Father, and he left him on the cross unspared, so that you and I could be spared. So Romans 8:32 says, "He who did not spare his own Son, but gave him up for us, how will he not willingly with him give us all things?" Jesus is our Son unspared, so that God can give us all things. If we just read in our passage, well, what's the all things He's going to give us? Blessing, prosperity, health, wealth. All things includes the contentment He'll give you when your dreams are dashed, you experience the loss of blessing and prosperity. All things might be the secret part for God that you desire to have right now. The all things He wishes to give you might include opportunity for the gospel, for evangelism that you're longing for, praying for. The all things that God promises to give. The definition of that changes so drastically when our hearts are tuned to the Lord. On the first day of the week, the women came to the tomb at early dawn before the sun had risen. And when they got there, they realized what? The sun had risen. Has Jesus come over the horizon of your life, giving you healing rays to acknowledge you that that's in our hearts? Jesus' death took the hot wrath of God, and Jesus' resurrection brings healing in its ways to distracted hearts. A verse of the Christmas carol, "Hark the Herald Angels Sing," actually is taken from this passage in Malachi 4. Hail, the heaven-born Prince of Peace. Hail is not for the mouth. Hail is not primarily for the hands. Hail is in your heart. It comes out of your mouth. It says, "Hail, the heaven-born Prince of Peace. Hail, the Son of Righteousness. Light and life to all he brings. Risen with healing in his wings." Our hearts naturally love creation over creation. So with our words, we criticize God instead of praising Him. With our words, we speak of the wicked's demise instead of their rescue. When God changes our heart to prize His worth above all else, then we consequently, with our words, praise God's worth, as He see it as a benefit over others. As a consequence, our hearts change to love Jesus. We now use our words to speak to the wicked a message of satisfaction in God and rescue from God for our knowledge. Since affections are always put into words, a heart change is desperately needed to praise the Lord and the conversion of the wicked. And Jesus changes hearts. Would you pray with me? Father God, thank you for your great love for us. You would send your Son. When the time is right, you send Jesus to live among us, to live for us, to live a perfect life we could live, to die a sinner's death in our place, to provide healing in His wings. Lord, heal our hearts, that our mouths might speak of praise of you, and might speak a word of satisfaction of God through the cross to those that are not happy. In your name we pray. Amen.
If you would all please enter and go into the experiencing of that salvation.